Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, All Things Aquarian, you guys. I am back and I'm here to do live readings before I get into the rest of my day. So you guys, happy Saturday. How is everyone doing, y'all? Let me know as you enter the live stream where you're from, where you're watching from. Please feel free to hop in this live stream and thumbs up the live stream. Also subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. I am working on collective readings, getting those posted, so please bear with me because that is a process. I still have Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra. Hey Aisha love, shout out to my lovely moderator, y'all, Aisha. So if you're hopping into the live stream, she is here to help guide the live stream chat as smoothly as possible. She's going to put the donation links for those of y'all who are asking. Donations are priority. But first, before I get into doing free readings, I'm going to do a highly requested reading that a lot of my followers have been asking me to do, which is current events, you guys. What's going on with this administration, with our president, with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and amongst many other things, like questions about the economy, like if we're currently under a recession, will things improve with the housing market? Will things improve with all of the things? So I'm going to be asking a few questions. Yes, Aquarius gang, y'all. If y'all are in here in the live stream, drop your Aquarius emojis, okay? So we're going to get into that first. And then once I'm finished asking Spirit those questions, then we can go into free readings, you guys. And then you can drop your hearts in the live stream and I will do readings as I'm called to do them, okay? So let's get into it. So this might be a little bit longer of a live stream than typically, because usually I'm here for like maybe 30 minutes to about an hour, maybe 45 minutes. Might be a little bit longer today, but that's okay. We need to get through this. So hang on. Let me, yes, definitely be asking about that. Will that improve? Because me being a student, I've noticed already a change. Like they've cut back funding and a lot of the colleges are actually starting to increase the tuition rates because everything else is increasing. If you haven't noticed, rent prices have gone up, grocery prices have gone up, but pay has not gone up. So let's talk about it, okay? Hang on one second, y'all. Let me shut this door because there's a lot of noise outside. Okay. My light fell over. Hang on, y'all. Didn't realize my studio light fell over. Okay. Gotta get this going. Okay. Hopefully I can get it. Here we go. Okay. All right. Sorry about the noise, y'all. I am back. Sorry about all the noise. Okay. I was gonna do it on my iPad and then I was like, no. Okay. So I'm back. I am back, you guys. Had to set that up. Okay, so first question I got, because I had to write my question down, my little thingy. Let's get into it, y'all. Just pull this back a little bit so y'all can see the cards. y'all can see the cards. Trying to make sure this light is like where y'all can see. Is that better? I hope that's better. Okay. All right, so you guys, if you are here for a reading, feel free to drop a pink heart down in the live chat, y'all. Please thumbs up the live stream. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications. Hit that bell in the top right hand corner of your screen, you guys. Don't forget. Also, if you want a reading, you can go ahead and drop your pink hearts down in the comment section so that I know you guys are wanting readings. This is currently, I'm pulling cards on current events here in the United States. What is going on? Spirit, what is the energy surrounding President Donald Trump? Let's see, what's the energy surrounding him real quick? What are his intentions for this country? The people of the United States, the American people. What are his intentions for this country? Let's get into it. Also, you guys, this is a tarot channel. So if you're hopping in here and you're not into tarot readings, or you're not into that type of thing, you can keep scrolling, because I'm not here to deal with the negativity or the constant criticizing. You can just keep right on scrolling. I do not care. Okay. Oh, we got the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. When I ask Spirit, what is the overall energy surrounding President Donald Trump, I'm getting the Knight of Swords. And it's kind of like, it's giving, this is funny because he is a Gemini. If you look him up, he is a Gemini sun. I don't know the rest of his chart. I don't really care. But he is a Gemini. So first of all, this is his energy. Okay, but when you know, if you know tarot, if you know, you know. The Knight of Swords is very much like, he's not the most mature because he's like in a teenage type of energy. Like he's still learning some things. He's still trying to figure out some things. And sometimes he can say or do things that are very risky, without thought, and very impulsive. Spirit said it, not me, okay? So right now he's in a very impulsive energy. Let's see. Hi, Grade 8. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, you guys, please thumbs up the live stream and make sure that you hit subscribe and turn on your post notifications. I also got the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is also very telling about him as a Gemini because he does have the gift of gab. He is a businessman. President Donald Trump also, he had stocks and investments in other countries. He owned a very big, prominent business. I don't know if y'all remember him. He had a show before he ever became president. He had a show. Gosh, I'm trying to remember the name of the show that he had. But the man has always been about money. That is one trait I do know about President Donald Trump, is that he has always been about the money. He's always been about the money. He's had investments and stocks in other companies, in other countries. He's very much been about the money since day one, right? But I also have this, and this is the gift of gab. The Ace of Swords also tells me that he wants to clearly send a message to other countries. Don't play with us. Do not play with the United States. I did not come here to play. So this is also Ace of Swords energy. But also, guess what? With the gift of gab and with all of the financial experience that he has, sometimes things can get a little hectic, right? And then sometimes he may say things that could bite us later. And then we have the 10 of Wands, right? Please keep in mind, y'all, this is for entertainment purposes only. Yes, Celebrity Apprentice. Yes, I thought it was The Apprentice, but I was like, I think maybe I'm wrong. Thank you, Aisha, for confirming that, because I was like, I think it was The Apprentice. 10 of Wands. But yeah, he has always very much been about his money. He's always been about finances. And I remember his first term, when he was first president the first time, that he had changed tax laws to help people who were on the lower income side of things and who are in the middle class to, like, you know, be able to get a better tax return than what they were getting, because the people out on the top were taking everything for themselves. And I do remember that from his first term. Cheetah Piss, you can get right on my live stream. You do not have to be here. No one asked you to be here. You didn't even have to leave a comment. Bye. Just ignorant for no reason. If you're really that slow, find somewhere else to play, Cheetah Piss. Because why are you here? I clearly stated before I started pulling my cards that this is requested for my subscribers and viewers only. You're not a subscriber. You're barely a viewer. Goodbye. What's the point of the cards? Junior gives back. The cards help to give guidance. They help tell a story. They help show the energy of a situation. That's the purpose of the cards. Thanks for your genuine question. That's what the cards are for. They also, tarot cards are used to give guidance. That's all they're used for. Just like how people will use a deck of cards, you know. Hi, Blanca. Like people use, you know, like playing cards, like poker cards and stuff like that. They have different card games. Tarot cards are really no different. They're just here to give guidance, and they're also here to show the energy surrounding a situation and to kind of like give advice or confirmation as to what you already have been intuitively feeling and thinking, if that makes sense. Hey, you guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up live stream. I just blocked all the way Aisha, so he shouldn't be back in here. But yeah, I have the Eight of Wands. A lot of talking. A lot of times there's a lot of talking, and Spirit said there needs to be action here on his end, on the president's end. There's a lot of talking and there needs to be a lot of action. Also, there's a lot of stress. He's very stressed. He's very overwhelmed, y'all. Because, I mean, when you honestly think about it, being the president of the entire country, vaguely, Blanca, vaguely, that's a lot of weight to bear on your shoulders. Like being responsible for an entire country, that's a lot to bear. Okay, so yeah, but Spirit's like, there needs to be action, and he does plan on taking action. Now, what kind of action? Spirit, can you clarify? The Eight of Wands, what kind of action does the president plan on taking? And then I'm going to skip on to my next question. Hold on, that was a blank. What actions does he plan on taking? We have the King of Cups in reverse. Ooh. Vaguely, I answered your question, Blanca, twice. Vaguely. I don't remember every single person that comes into my live stream unless you're here consistently. And I do this every weekend. So that's like every 6-7 days. King of Cups in reverse. Y'all, King of Cups in reverse is telling me like there could be things that are said that are low-key like below the belt, to hit below the belt to other world leaders, other countries, to low-key be insulting and a little bit insensitive and lacking compassion, which that's very apparent. Honestly, this is just my personal opinion. There's a lot of people now that lack empathy and compassion for other people. All they really care about is the financial aspect of things, and so they don't really, it doesn't, what's this saying? It's, the empathy is selective until it affects them directly. Like, for example, racism, you know, people are not really bothered by it because, especially if they're in the majority, right? So if they are in the elite or the majority and they're not affected by it, it doesn't really bother them per se, because it doesn't really pertain to them, you know? So people don't really care. But Spirit's like, that's a very toxic thing. That's a very toxic and selfish thing. The devil is here in the bottom of the deck. So going on to my next question, current events. You guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please thumbs up. You guys, I'm currently doing current events questions that my subscribers had asked me. Y'all asked me. So y'all did ask me to ask these questions. So here we are, and I'm pulling cards. Now, if you're wanting a free reading today, please drop your heart down in the chat box and I will get to you as soon as I'm finished. All right. The next question was, are there more assassinations to come that I got? Let's ask it. This is a real quick yes or no. Are there more assassinations to come? I don't know about y'all, but for me, I've had to just lay low on the news here lately, because even on social media, because I'm just so overwhelmed emotionally, constantly seeing all of the unalivings that are literally happening like every freaking day. There's somebody who's being unalived or found, or, you know, some missing person that's been found. And I'm tired of hearing about it. I'm tired of seeing it. It just breaks my heart because I'm a very empathetic person. So it's like, that's somebody's child, that's somebody's mom, that's somebody's brother. Like, it gets to a point where you literally do have to, for the sake of your own sanity as another human being, pull yourself back. Like, if it's too much emotionally to constantly be seeing this in your feed, to constantly be hearing about this, just, you need to see something a little lighthearted, something that's gonna make you laugh, something that's gonna make you smile, or something that's just gonna warm your heart. Like, switch it up, okay? And feel free to turn off the TV. Feel free to log off the internet, log off social media, log out of Facebook, log out of TikTok, log out of Instagram. It's okay. Ain't nobody going nowhere. And I can guarantee you when you log back into the app, the same shenanigans are gonna be there. All right. Are there gonna be more assassinations to come? Also, you guys, in light of recent events, of last week's events, of all of the unalivings we saw at the from Charlie Kirk's assassination, rest in peace to him, and my condolences to his family, his wife, his children, and the people who are closest to him. In light of the Indian man who was brutally unalived in Dallas, at a Dallas motel, all these people, my heart goes out to his wife and his son. Like, all these people, all these situations, these are people's families. You know what I mean? Like, these people have real lives. They have families. They have businesses. Like, it just, we have to, as a collective, be more understanding and be more compassionate. Instead of spreading hate in the world, why not spread love to people? Why not show love to people? Why not show support to people? It's very easy to be mean. It's very easy to be inconsiderate. It's very easy to be nasty. But what about the opposite of that? What about kindness? What about a little bit of empathy, a little bit of compassion? You don't have to agree with somebody to be compassionate. You know what I mean? You don't have to like someone to be compassionate and not wish unwell on them. You know what I mean? Will there be more assassinations to come? I also personally believe that there's more to that situation than we're being told. I believe there's more to that situation, and that's going to be my next question. Is there more to that situation than we know with the Charlie Kirk situation? Is there more to that than we know on a spiritual level? Is there a reasoning behind it? Yes, yes, yes. Are there more assassinations to come? It's giving yes. It's up in the air. It's up in the air. It's giving, it could like be at a standstill. And let me show you the card that tipped it off. So the other cards that I have, wands are yeses. No. Swords are no's. Cups are yes. Death is no. Pentacles are no. Wands are yes. Right? So I gotta know. I gotta know. I gotta know. No to more assassinations to come. Spirit, are we in a recession, and is there anything going to be done by the administration to fix it? That's a two-part question. Ten of Pentacles. Are we in a recession? Knight of Wands. Chariot. I'm getting more yes cards. You guys, feel free to drop a heart down in the live chat if you're wanting a reading, you guys. Feel free to drop a heart down in there. JR gives back. If you want to learn tarot, just watch. Just watch. The cards are usually explained. So I have yes, 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 no, no, yes. No. I'm getting yes. Yes, we're in a recession. That's what I'm getting from the cards here. And I'm getting, they are going to want to move forward, but it's like, it's a Page of Pentacle energy. And then I have the King of Swords. So they're going to try to take very like small steps to fix it. It's a big mess. It's a very big mess. And then I have the Seven of Wands here on the bottom of the deck. So this tells me that the people are not going to be fully on board with whatever the solutions are to solve this issue. You know? Hi, Ivan. All right. Will the economy improve under this administration? Sure. Drop a pink heart in the live chat, you guys, if you're wanting to ask a free question. And drop your heart down in there. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel as an energetic exchange, you guys. And don't forget to thumbs up the live stream. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Also, you guys, if you'd like to send a super chat or donation, you absolutely can. Whatever you feel to send is perfectly fine. But that little $sign icon down in your chat box, that's how you send a super chat, okay? It's very easy, very easy. I've done it before. All right, guys. Spirit, are we in a recession? Are we in a recession? I feel like I know the answer to this question. Yep. I got yep. What are the president's intentions for this country, Spirit? The president and his administration, what are their intentions for this country during his presidency? Okay. The funny part is, this is funny. Y'all see the cards here, right? Y'all see them. Okay. I know it's in an upside down view for y'all, but you can see the cards. So when I asked Spirit, what are President Donald Trump's intentions for the U.S., right? I have the Eight of Swords next to the Knight of Cups. So this tells me it's like he wants to be the savior for this country. He wants to be the savior, you guys. He wants to come in like that knight in shining armor. Oh, I'm for the American people, and I'm going to fix this and that, right? He wants to be the one to fix the problems, to solve the problems, because he feels like we've been stuck in this situation that we couldn't get out of for a long time under the last administration. So he kind of like wants to be the savior, and he's coming to defend the American people. Seven of Wands. Y'all, that I don't know why that tickled me so much, but it did. I mean, but hey, the intentions are good. Those are great intentions. Now, what your intentions are and what actually is being done, hey, you know, hey. All right, so we got, my next question was, will the economy improve under this administration? Great question, y'all. Thank y'all for giving me good questions. I love it. Will the economy improve under this administration? And that includes financial aid, Spirit. Will we, I think I'm gonna ask a separate question for that though. Will the economy improve? I'm getting yes. Okay. All right. I mean, hey, the price of eggs did go down, even though the price of ground beef is high as you know what. I guess you got to start somewhere. So I got yes, yes, yes. This is a no. Will the economy improve under this administration? Okay, I got a yes. Ooh, I got a no. No, I got 2 no's and 4 yeses. So I'm going to go with yes. It's very highly likely. It's going to take a lot of hard work. It's going to take a lot of attention to details on this administration. They're going to have to do their part. It's going to take a lot of work, Maybe some late night conversations. Maybe some bills being discussed in Congress and Senate. But either way, the politicians, the leaders, they're going to have to work together. And the people, we're going to have to work together collectively if we want change, if we want better. We're going to have to let our voices be heard so they know, okay, the American people are asking for better paying jobs, right? The American people are asking for something to be done about the housing market. The housing market is ridiculous, by the way, right now. Like, it's astronomical. Like, the amount, and so is renting. Like, these landlords are really taking advantage of a lot of their tenants. That's why a lot of people are being found in homeless situations, because there's no cap. There are no laws governing landlords to keep them from price gouging on renters. So they feel like they can do, you know, you have to make 3 times the rent. You have to have a high credit score. You have to have all these references. You got to have a clean background. You got to have, you know, if you decide that you want a little pet, you got to pay a $300 fee just to have a freaking pet. Like, it's so many stipulations, and the housing market is also very, very high. So if you were to get a house, you have all of these other expenses that people don't talk about, like closing costs. There's fees in there. There's taxes in there. So when you finally close on a house, closing on a house can take days. It could take months. Hey, Diana, welcome back to the channel. So for a lot of people, they're like, I might as well just get a house because it's damn near the same price as a mortgage. At this point, rent is about the same as a mortgage payment. You might as well just get a house. But then getting a house, you have to jump through all these hoops just to get approved. Like, something has got to give. So we got, yes, we are in a recession. Spirit said yes. Are there more assassinations to come? We got no. The answer was no. Will the economy improve under this administration? I got yes. What are the president's intentions for the country? To save us, to save the country. Okay. If you missed this part of the live stream, y'all can go back and watch the replay. Why has there been an increase in illegal immigrants committing serious crimes in the U.S. recently? I don't know if y'all have been paying attention to the news, but that has been a thing that has been happening, and the president and his administration are actively working to crack down on it, which I fully agree. I fully agree. If someone is over here, you're already over here, and you're not legally here in the United States, why are you here committing crimes? You need to make sure that you're legal. You need to make sure that you're working and you're contributing to society in a very positive and moral way. Not over here committing crimes and unaliving people. Why? Spirit said karma. Reparations, anyone? Karmic debts have to be paid, including the United States government. The karmic debts have to be paid. This is karma. Because of all of the things. Spirit, can you explain? What's the karma? Also the Wheel of Fortune is telling me that because there's change that's needed. There's change that's needed. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. The U.S. lied to a lot of people back in the day. History shows that. They came in wanting to divide and conquer. 6 of Wands. They wanted to take over. They wanted to be in the spotlight. The U.S. has wanted to be the major go-to for the entire globe, for the entire world. They wanted to set the standard. And so now they're having all of these unalivings. They're having all of these illegal immigrants. They're having all these people come over here and commit these horrible acts because it's a karmic debt that has to be paid. There have been lives lost on this soil since day one, since way before Christopher Columbus. If you know your history, you know. I'm not getting into that today. The Charlie Kirk assassination, Spirit. Is there more information to that than is being given to the general public? Yes or no? Please keep in mind, you guys, this is for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. All right. Spirit said yes, though. Spirit said yes. There's more to that situation than we're being told. Okay, Spirit, I can dig it. I can dig it. I can dig it. Also, you guys, if you're wanting a reading, don't forget to drop your heart in the comments. Yes, Spirit said yes to that. Spirit said yes to that. I got one more question, y'all, and I'm going to get into readings, okay? One more question, and I'm going to get into readings. Spirit, financial aid. Financial aid. Is financial aid being impacted by the changes from this administration for college students or future college students? Is financial aid being impacted by the change in administration in 2025? Will the changes to FAFSA and financial aid change in 2026? That's going to be my answer, 2026, because we're pretty much done with this year. I got one no and I got one yes. Yes, yes, no. No. Yes. Definitely going to be a change. And then I have a yes card here on the bottom. So definitely going to be a change going into 2026 in regards to federal and financial aid. Okay. I'm going to ask one more question just to go out on a limb. Spirit, will housing and SNAP benefits be affected? For those of you who are unfamiliar with SNAP benefits, that's food stamps, okay? Will housing and SNAP benefit recipients be affected by this administration come 2026? Spirit, yes or no? Because they've been talking about reducing funding for those who are on government assistance, such as housing, HUD, Section 8, food stamps, all this stuff. They've been discussing this. Yes. I got no. Yes. Ivan, are you still here? Yes. Yes. Spirit is saying yes. Come 2026, they're going to see some major changes in regards to food stamps and things of this nature. Yep. I got Ace of Wands. I say yes. The people better start saving their money. Saving their money. And also, I feel like with this Four of Swords that came out, Four of Pentacles that came out, Spirit's like, y'all need to set aside some money for a rainy day. Set aside food for a rainy day. Yes. Yes. Definitely going to be affected. Hi, Ivan. All right, y'all. So that's been the end of the current events. Let me get into free readings. Let's get into it. All right, Ivan, I know you had posted what's positive coming in for you. Also, you guys, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up, okay? Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up, okay? All right, guys. Just look at it now. Spirit, what positive messages do you have for Ivan from the Philippines? Also, you guys, I've posted collective readings for Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. So if y'all want to go back and watch those, you can. We got the Two of Swords. Sometimes no answer is an answer. So if you've been kind of waiting for some type of feedback from someone, Ivan, and you haven't heard from this person and you haven't reached out to them, Spirit says, then don't. Then don't. It's better off left alone. Some things are just better left undone. Some things are better left unsaid. We also have the Five of Cups. No sense in crying over spilled milk. If something didn't work out, it's okay. There's something better coming for you. If some situation didn't pan out the way that you thought it would, it's okay. There's going to be a different door that's open for you. And then we have the Four of Swords. Spirit says focus on rest. Getting rest and enjoying your life. You probably work a lot, Ivan, and that's fine, but you also need to make time to enjoy your life, go out, spend time with family. If you are not currently in a romantic relationship, but you're wanting to be, Spirit's like, you're going to have to put yourself out there in order to find the person that is meant for you. You know, you're going to have to put yourself out there, okay? All right? Because I have the Knight of Cups here on the bottom of the deck for you. So there may be somebody that you have a romantic interest in. Ivan, you're just going to have to take the bull by the horns and go talk to Miss Lady and or whoever and strike up that conversation if you're interested, you know, like a gentleman. And maybe invite her on a date, maybe take her out, you know, go to the beach, like something fun, something light to where you can get to know this person. Or there may be someone who is romantically interested in you and they may be afraid to come forward. So that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I have the Magician here on the bottom of the deck, and Spirit's like, you have the power to manifest whatever you want, Ivan. So keep striving for it. Don't give up. Always remember the early bird catches the worm. So stay on top of it. Keep applying for the jobs that you want. You'll get it, because as a man thinks, so is he. Your mind is your most powerful asset, okay? Your mind is your most powerful asset. Well, if you're interested in that lady, maybe you should pursue it, Spirit said. Knight of Cups. All right, y'all. Who's next? Did somebody else want a reading real quick? Angel 101, you had a question? Are you still here, Angel? Hi, Venus. Please make sure you thumbs up the live stream and subscribe. You're welcome, Ivan. Thank you, Aisha. Venus, you're already making an assumption. How do you know that you're going to meet a King of Pentacles in 2028? Where did you get that from? How did you come to that conclusion? Anybody else who's hopping in the live stream, you guys, if you like a reading, feel free to drop a heart down in the chat. You really want to know what, Venus? You're talking about meeting a King of Pentacles in 2028, but we're only in 2025. So I'm trying to make it make sense. Hey, y'all. To all my newbies, hey. Happy Saturday, y'all. Also, you guys, if you're not following me on Instagram, you should. I'm on there too. Yeah. Anyone also wanting to book a personal reading, you guys, I do have an Etsy link. You can go there and book a full reading there on my Etsy shop. And it'll be delivered to you within 48 hours. It is a digital download. So that means once you book and you pay on Etsy, it will notify me. And you can email me whatever your questions are, and then I'll do the reading and I'll send you the link. How about that? Oh. You're asking about your love life, Venus. In 2028. That's 3 years from now. Oh, is it, Aisha? Girl, I'm gonna keep posting them. I actually was thinking about doing a little video today about filling in gaps like in your work history. I try to help people as much as I can. I really do. And I'm gonna keep my TikTok very simple, very personal, because it's just fun for me. I'm thinking about it. I don't know yet. I might create another TikTok for tarot, but right now I'm good here. I'm good here on YouTube. And I've been posting in my community tab to let y'all know when I'm going live and specials and all of the things. Okay, Venus wants to know about his love life. 2028. That's way far in advance. How about we do the next 3 months, Venus? Are you actively dating someone? 2028, that's way too far in advance to be trying to figure out. Are you actively talking to or dating someone right now? Also, 2028. That's 3 years from now. Why would I try to look into 3 years from now? You may not even be on this earth in 3 years from now. Okay, so let's start there. Spirit, what messages do you have for Venus in regards to love? I'm already exhausted. Yeah, I'm not going to do 2028. That's going to be a no for me. Either I can do current energy or you can hop right on out of this live stream, because I'm not going to do 2028. That's way too far in advance. Right, Aisha. Like, the best I can do is give current advice for love in regards to a relationship. You might be, but that's 3 years from now. That doesn't make sense. You're not even dating anyone. So how about we focus on starting there? That's a starting point. How about we focus on you getting into the dating arena and actually dating people first before we talk about a soulmate or of a King of Pentacles in 2028. The person, just because you meet someone or like someone or attracted to them, doesn't mean they're going to be your person. That's why there's a thing called dating. But I'm definitely not going to be pulling cards for 2028. Absolutely not. You got to start somewhere. Spirit, what's the advice? But what do you want to know about 2028, Venus? That's my question. What are you asking about 2028? That's 3 years from now. If you can make it through 2025, 26, 27, then you should be able to make it to 28. I really don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. And then you just said that you're not dating anyone. So how do you know about the current situation? I'm genuinely confused. Anywho, does anybody else have questions? Does anybody else have a question they'd like to ask in the live stream, y'all, before I hop out of here? Aisha, did you have questions for me before I hop out of here? I did good. I've been on here for 44 minutes because I sure thought it was going to be over an hour. But if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, guys, and drop a heart down in the comments and let me know you want to read it. Okay, but here's what, Beanish. Here's what, Beanish. You gotta date before you can get to marriage. They're called stages, right? You go from dating, right, to engaged, to married. That's how that works, right? Yeah. So I understand where you're coming from. I do. I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that. Are you actively dating, Beanish? That's my question. Are you actively dating? Let's start there. Because you cannot, listen, Lindas. You cannot hop from single to married in 6 months. I mean, you can technically, but that's not usually how that works in real life. In real life, most people, you know, you meet someone. Okay, Aisha love. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Most people, you meet someone, right? And then, like, you know, y'all talk, y'all go out, you actually date, you spend time together, y'all talking on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all spend the holidays together, you meet each other's families and things of this nature. And then the relationship progresses. It's a progression. It's kind of like how you go from elementary school, middle school, high school, college. It's a progression. Does that make sense, what I'm saying? Hang on, y'all. Okay. Oh. Okay, Aisha love, you can drop your question. Ooh, girl, yes. I know. I'm already knowing. Nursing school is no joke. My mom did it some years ago, and it was not easy. So I already know. I think my mom did it like 4 years ago, and it was not easy trying to work and be in school. And I can imagine people who are dealing with relationship drama and kids and co-parenting and then trying to go to school and work. What? So my hat's off to you. But I love that question. That is a very good question. And I wish people would ask more questions on, like, you know, what do I need to focus on? What are my spirit guides, angels, and ancestors saying I should focus on at this time? What should be my focus? Because that is a wonderful question. Hey, Latasha. What should I focus on right now is always a good question. Because sometimes we think we know and we don't. We don't be knowing. Let's see. So, Beanish, here's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to let that be what it is. Because you keep asking about love. Spirit, what's the advice for Beanish? Hey friend, how you doing? Beanish, I'm gonna give you advice for 2026. Spirit, what's the advice? You definitely know what, Beanish? What do you know? Because so far you haven't told me. You've told me that you're not currently dating anyone, number one. Number two, you've told me that you're going to meet a King of Pentacles soulmate in 2028, which I know you can't see what's going to happen in 2028. You can barely see what's going to happen tomorrow or Monday. You don't know. We don't know. Girlfriend, you better get you some rest. What's the advice, Spirit? You said you're tired of being single, you want to be married, but you don't want to date. No, you're tired of dating, but you want to be married. Make that make sense, Beanish. Children, this connection involves ties to children. Is this what's holding you up? Is this what it is? Is this what this is about? Like you're wanting to marry and have kids? Is that what this is about? Is that your focus? I don't know. That's just what the cards are asking. Cupid's arrow, new love interest. New love interest. So yeah, you'll be meeting someone new. They might have kids though, because kids came out. Hey, I love it for you, friend. Got your hair done. I love it for you. Fantasy love. Be careful of what you ask for. Here's the thing. Beanish. Marriage is fine. It's all cute and dandy. But like I said earlier, relationships are a process. So if that's what your end goal is, you're going to have to be very strict in the dating process to get to where you want to be, to get to this King of Pentacles or this person, this end all be all person. You're going to have very strict boundaries and high standards. High standards, firm boundaries, period. If that's what you want. Okay? Also, Spirit said, stop trying to force situations. You may meet a man that you actually really like, Beanish, but he may not really like you on that level. He may think you're a nice person or whatever, but he may not be ready to settle down. Just because that's what you want, you have to be mindful not to push your ideas and your desires on someone else or giving them an ultimatum. Spirit says it has to be mutual, not one-sided. So there's your advice for that. You asked about a new love interest. Spirit said there will be a new love interest coming in for you. Possibly this at the end of this year, going into 2026. It's not set in stone. All right. So, Aisha love, you wanted to know what you should focus on. If you should focus on school or work. Let me see. If you should look for a full-time job or focus on school. Okay. Spirit, what should Aisha focus on right now? Finding a full-time. You know what? I'm going to ask this question differently. I just thought about it. I'm going to ask this question differently. So that way you can have a more direct answer, Aisha. I'm going to ask Spirit, like, almost like an A and B question. What is the possible outcome, Spirit, if Aisha focuses on school? What is the possible outcome if she focuses on a full-time job? That way you can see the options, right? And that's what tarot really does for us. Tarot really, it paints a clear picture of the situation, and then it says, okay, this is the situation. This is how you could choose to handle it or not. This is the possible outcome here or there. What you decide to do with it from there, you know what I'm saying? That's on you. Okay. So Spirit, if Aisha focuses on a full-time job, what's the possible outcome? All right. Ooh. We got the Emperor. I do love this for you, Aisha Boo. The Emperor came out. If you focus on a full-time job right now, you definitely are going to be ahead. You're going to be, you know, balancing things out financially and everything. So this is definitely good energy, you know. You'll be in control of your financial situation. Love that. All right, Spirit. Question B. If she focuses on school, what is the possible outcome? Give me one card for the possible outcome. I got the Knight of Pentacles. That flew right out. Knight of Pentacles, which this is not bad. It's like Spirit saying you're going to be focused on the details of like your homework assignments, your coursework, interacting with classmates and instructors, but it's going to take time. The Knight of Pentacle energy is like, you know what I mean? Like, because it's slow moving, it's earth energy. Pentacles are always earth energy. So they kind of tend to kind of lag a little bit. It's going to take time, but you're still going to get to the bag. Knight of Pentacles, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. And here's a thought. I love that the High Priestess is here on the bottom of the deck, because Spirit is like, go for what you intuitively feel the most that would benefit you the most. You know what I mean? Because you know your situation better than anybody. And I tell people this all the time. You know your desires, your heart's real desires as far as career, more than anybody. So go towards what you feel the most drawn to, right? But also if you feel like you're being pulled in a different direction, like maybe nursing is not the field for you, because it just may not be. A lot of people go into nursing with the expectation of making a good living, and you can, and you probably will with nursing. But also it comes with a lot of different stresses. It comes with a lot of different stresses. So it's almost like you have to count the cost before you build a house, because you may be working doubles back to back as an LPN or an RN, right? Or a CNA, whatever. It's like, depending on what branch of medical you work in, whether you're a surgical tech or you're a phlebotomist or, you know, whatever area of medical that you work in, whether you work in pathology or whatever, radiology, like all those different branches of the medical field require different things, you know what I mean? So it's like you have to decide, and then you also have children that you're still tending to. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, are you going to be overly stretched thin? You have to do what's going to be best for you. And then ask yourself, do you have a support system? Because your children are still, they're all still what? Under the age of 15, 16, Aisha? So your children are still very young. Do you have a good enough support system that if you decided to go to school, that everybody's going to be able to help take turns picking up the kids, feeding the kids, make sure everybody's home after school, doing their homework? Like, is your support system going to be very strong in place for the children? So that's something also to think about as you make that decision. But I love the fact that both of these cards are giving me good energy on both sides. It just depends on what you want to do. Like, school is going to take time, and girl, it does. I know, because I'm there. And then work is also going to take a lot of your time as well. But there may be a balance. Like for me, I'm able to do both. I'm able to go to work and I'm able to do my schooling while I'm there, you know? So a lab tech. And that's a very good profession too. So it just really depends. But if you're not happy where you are, and I would tell people this when I was in recruiting, if you're not happy where you are, go ahead and apply. Just keep applying to other positions. You're going to get an interview. They're going to give you a rundown of that company, and then you can decide if that's for you or if it's not. Right? So there's that. So I hope that helps. I hope it helps at least a little bit. Okay. That's good. So I feel like, Spirit, what may be the best possible solution for Aisha between school and work? School. Because the Hermit, I say school because the Hermit, first of all, the Hermit is major arcana, and this is Virgo season, and this is so fitting because this is something that you've been heavily thinking about, Aisha. You've been really thinking about it. You've really been weighing out the pros and cons, and Spirit's like, girl, go on back to school. Go back to school. The light that shines here is like your path is being lit up. Spirit's lighting that up. And school is that path. So, you know, you're already working, you're already on the right track. Spirit's like, if you go to school, this could potentially give you what you want at the end of the day. Like you said, you'll be able to do both. Yeah, there will be no regrets with you going back to school. There's not going to be any regrets. Three of Swords is in reverse. That's the opposite of grief and sorrow. You'll actually feel a lot better about going, you know what I mean, and getting your, I don't know, what is it, your degree, your certification, license. You'll feel a lot better about that. Yeah, the Hierophant. And this is about going to an institution of higher learning. I can't make this up. The Hierophant, major arcana, is about going to an institution of higher learning, receiving education, receiving insight, wisdom, guidance. Yeah. And that's what you're going to do by going to nursing school. You're going to receive the guidance and instruction that you need to be able to move forward in your career path. So that's very fitting. Crazy how the cards just Page of Cups. And the funny thing is, once you decide to focus on school, then you're going to have these jobs calling back and wanting you to come back and seeing if they can fit you in their schedule and all of this. Love it for you. Love it for you. But I feel like it's going to be the perfect balance. I feel like it's going to be the perfect balance. Hi, Ariba. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button and thumbs up the live stream, you guys. I don't know, Ariba. How long have you dated this man? Have y'all actually dated? Are you dating currently? How long have you been dating? I'm asking if he's a potential life partner. Spirit said no. Spirit said no. Have y'all discussed remaining together long term? Are you seeking marriage? Baby, I can't go into details here. You can book a reading. You can book a reading on my Etsy shop. You're welcome. Also still a possibility that he could be, but the ultimate decision is up to you two, mutually as a couple. If y'all want to settle down long term, it can't just be one party. And I have to stress this every single time I do questions for love readings, and people are asking me, oh, is so-and-so my life partner? Did you talk to so-and-so about being your life partner? Has marriage actually come up in the conversation? Children, buying a home, anything that says future stability together, has that come up? Relocating together? If you guys are discussing marriage, marriage is on the table, there's a possibility. But if that's never a topic and you're the only person thinking, oh, I want to be with this man for the rest of my life, you might be in a one-sided situation. Unfortunately. You're welcome. All right, y'all. So I'm going to hop out of here. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the likes, all the subscribes. If you missed out on the current events card pulls that I was doing earlier, because some of y'all had asked me to ask certain questions, so I did. And always keep in mind that readings are for entertainment purposes only. That is it. That is all. Yeah, so thank y'all for hopping in. Thank you, Aisha, as always. Shout out to my wonderful moderator, y'all. And I will see y'all probably next weekend. Peace out, y'all.